So welcome back to the channel. So as you know, last week we were in Daegu to visit the market. This week we're back in Daegu for the Chimac Festival 2024. Chimac is a combination of two words. It's chicken and makju, which is a Korean word for beer. This is one of the largest events. It is actually the largest annual event in Daegu. So over 1 million people came here last year over the 5 days that the festival goes on.
In 2002, during the World Cup, every time Korea was playing, especially when Korea and Japan were playing against each other, either parks or restaurants, people would get together and eat chicken and have beer. During that time, there were about 10,000 chicken restaurants around Korea. After the World Cup, it went up to 25,000 in increase in Korean restaurants. Nowadays, you can find 36,000 Korean restaurants, chicken restaurants around Korea, which in comparison, so you know how many restaurants that is, there are 35 McDonald's around the world.
35,000.
35,000 McDonald's around the world, in comparison to 36,000 chicken restaurants here in Korea, which is a small country.
Okay, so we'll come back to you once we get our chicken and beer. It's super hot today, so that'll go great with the beer. Although the intent of this video was to explore Daegu's Chimac Festival, we should also add that we took the opportunity to explore other sites that we'd seen the week previously that really deserve to be explored with more depth. Sites like Daegu City Center, another visit to the market, and our all-time favorite was the Kim GS Street. More on that later. Now don't get us wrong, the Chimac Festival is remarkable. The fried chicken and beer, and more beer, were plentiful and flowed effortlessly. There was so much energy from the entertainers, the music, and other people around us. And did I mention that the beer was a perfect thirst quencher in the extreme heat? It'd also be a good time to mention that the entrance to the Chimac Festival is free. There are no metal detectors or long lines for security. In fact, people are allowed to bring in their own beverages, and there was a lot of soju being drank along with the beer. There was no crazy overpriced beers and food. A box of fried chicken averaged about $8, and a 12-ounce can of beer was maybe $2. But the vendors were happy to throw in extra draft beer with the order. Korea does have a drinking culture, and these events bring out the hardcore enthusiasts for this unique culture aspect.
여섯시 되었고 발견의 지우면 비오는 듯 정말 살고 싶어 그러려 가서 만나면 돼 놈들을 덮고 거울에 비춰진 남자를 버리와 대구로들 다같이 불러주세요 1, 2, 3, 4 지는 저 문제는 뭘까 난 내게 처박힌 내 태어야 별빛이 나도 Say what? Say what? 그래도 저렇게 내 태어야
The event coordinators made sure that we all stayed entertained throughout the event. The chicken man who danced near our table kept everyone in our area laughing. In the heart of the crowd, the figure strutted and danced with infectious energy. The man inside the whimsical costume moves with a mix of grace and hilarity. Yes, yes, As the sun sets behind the towering Daegu 83 tower, a mesmerizing display unfolds before your eyes. The synchronized water fountains dance in perfect harmony, their jets rising and falling in graceful unison. The vibrant colors of the water catches the light, creating a kaleidoscope of hues that paint the evening sky. of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the blow-up doll.
So we're leaving the festival. We had a great time. And if you ask us, was all the music of our liking? No. Did we like everything that they were doing? No. But it's just getting out of your house, experiencing new things, trying new foods. And at the end of the night, we had a great time. We danced, we sang when we could, and we were just among other people and interacting with them, which it was great.
Yeah, it was a great time. I mean, of course, we tried like 3 different locations that had chicken. Primarily the cast, I think, was sponsoring the event because that was the large majority of the beer. But beer was good. Yeah, I mean, it was just a great time. And the DJs and the all the entertainers kept the audience entertained. It was a great event. So
Yes.
definitely worth doing if you're in Daegu or just want to travel to Daegu for the Chimac Festival. It's it's a great time. Actually, this is the largest one. I think we've already said it, that this is the largest Chimac Festival in Korea, and definitely the largest annual event in Daegu. But they also have Chimac festivals in Oakland. The first one was in 2023, so if you live in the California area, then you may want to try that one.
But it's people, like I said before, people 95 years of age to 5 years old, they were all dancing. It was just a great atmosphere. We highly recommend it. It was fun.
Okay, it's always a great night when you make it right back to your hotel room. Okay, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like to the channel. Love you guys out here.
Bye.
Way past our bedtime. The next morning we slept in, and feeling like complete pigs, we decided that we were going to catch a cab to the market, the city center, and then to Kim GS Street.
Chimac is back at the market. As you can see, the name is Seomun Market behind us. We believe that if you have time, you can always go back to a place because maybe you miss something or you see something different. So today we're going to the Chicken and Beer Festival tonight, and we have time, so we decided just to take another stroll.
It's actually pretty crazy. These markets have everything. It's like anything that you can imagine, from nuts to ginseng to whatever you need, like textile wise. It's like they have everything. I'll just end it with that. Everything. Yeah, it smells delicious. What's the name? Pasta. Okay. Pasta.
Oh, yeah.
They have apples, plums, and peaches. They have honey and candies. A lot of nuts. They have corn snacks. They have every kind of kimchi you can imagine. They have fish. They have pheasant. And they also have prepared food. So let's take a look.
I'm going to try a corn dog type thing. It has sugar and it has ketchup, and I don't know what's inside it.
I think she said cheese. Yeah.
It's actually really good.
Okay, so the sugar thing kind of threw me off. All right.
It actually makes it, that what makes it really good.
Really?
비빔으로 될 수 있고 칼국수는 분갑을 할 수가 없어. 나 잔치 아까 요 칼지 잔치 하나 있거든.
Eating at a traditional food stall at Samun Market. So let's dig in. So they call this spicy noodles. Just by the sauce that they put on it, you can tell that it's probably pretty saucy. First thing I'm going to do is like mix everything up. That's the first thing they tell you to do. These noodles are just... And if you're messing it up, they will correct you. And that's okay because they take their food very seriously. Try a little bit of the radish with it. Noodles are really good, just really elasticy. See some of the garlic inside of it. Really good.
Last weekend we were going to the market, and as some of you saw the video that we already published. Our camera, the battery got stuck, so we decided to find a place to fix it. So we walked through all these streets in the city center of Daegu, and we saw the Pinocchio statue, and we were like, we want to come back. This is great. So this weekend is the Chicken and Beer Festival in Daegu, so we decided during the day to take the opportunity to see all those things that we saw through either the taxi window or just walking by really quick.
So while we're waiting on the Chimac Festival to get started, it doesn't really get going until about 5. So what we're doing now is just doing a rinse and repeat of our last week and some of the things that we didn't get to see, like the city center. There was a ton of shops down here. Last week when we were down here, we just happened to find this place because we were looking for a camera shop to repair my camera because I got my battery stuck in it. So we happened to find this place, and now we're coming back just to see what it was all about. So there's a ton of shops down here. It's actually kind of marketed as a like a modern art
square.
Okay, so one of the things that we missed on our last visit here was, we'll just call it Kim GS Street, which is a street that's dedicated to a famous singer, famous Korean singer, and they've almost built it up almost as a tribute, but it's also a lot like the Windward Walls in Miami. So it should be pretty interesting. We're walking there now. It's pretty cool little street that we're on. We'll flip the camera around so you can see it. So this is Kim GS Street, known for this famous guy right here.
picture right now is the face of the famous singer, MGS. But what we see in person is just little squares of different paint colors. But it's not a face, it's just little squares. It's pretty amazing.
While walking around on Kim GS Street, found this cute little cafe that served beer and wine. So we stopped in for a beer for me and a glass of wine for Christian. So one of the things that we learned from the bartender is that Kozel beer is served with cinnamon sugar around the rim. That's the way they drink it in the Czech Republic. And it's, believe it or not, it's actually really, really good. So he says he was too shy to film it himself, but I really appreciate the education. Always a great thing at the end of a long night to get a taxi and actually come back to your hotel room. We made it, yeah! Okay, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like to the channel. Love you guys out here.